Hello and welcome back. In this video, we are going to solve some past paper question of function, and this include all type of questions like simple functions, inverse of a function, domain and range of a function, and composition of function as well. So let us start it. The first question states, if function f of x equals x plus 2 cube minus 5, g of x equals 2x plus 10, and h of x equals 1 upon x, where x cannot be 0, find the composition g f of x. So in order to find the composition g f of x, we know it means that we are going to replace the input of function g with f of x. So it should be written as g of f of x can be replaced with its expression. It was x plus 2 whole cube minus 5. Now g of x was 2x plus 10. When it is g of x plus 2 cube minus 5, so it shall become 2 times x will be replaced with this whole expression. 2 times it will be x plus 2 whole cube minus 5, then it was plus 10. Now we need to multiply 2 inside, so it will be 2 times x plus 2 whole cube, and then 2 times minus 5 will become minus 10, and there is a plus 10 already here. Minus 10 and plus 10 will cancel each other, so it will be 2 times x plus 2 whole cube. So that is the function g f of x composition. Coming to the second part, where it said f inverse of x, and in order to find inverse of a function, first we suppose it equal to a new variable. Let me call it y. So y equals f of x. It means y equals x plus 2 cube minus 5, and now we have to make x the subject of this equation. So first remove minus 5, move it to the left hand side, so it will be y plus 5 equals x plus 2 whole cube. Now because the subject lies in the cube, we have to remove the cube, and we shall take the cube root on both sides. 3 will be written in the index, and the cube root of x plus 2 cube shall cancel each other. So we are left with y plus 5 cube root equals x plus 2. Now we only need to remove 2, and it will become minus 2 plus the cube root of y plus 5, and that equals x. Now it equals x. From the first equation we can infer that if I apply f inverse to both sides, then it will become f inverse of y equals f, and f inverse will cancel each other, so it shall be x. It means x equals f inverse of y. I can replace this x with f inverse of y, so it shall become f inverse of y equals minus 2 plus cube root of y plus 5, and because it was f inverse of y not x, because we need f inverse of x, so we can just replace y with x, y by x. So f inverse of x becomes minus 2 plus the cube root of x plus 5. So that is the value of f inverse of x. It should be written over here, minus 2 plus the cube root of x plus 5. Coming to next part, it said h inverse of h of 3 and we do not need to find h of 3 first and then replace it to h inverse. Here the function h inverse and h cancel each other, because we already stated that a function and its inverse will always cancel each other. So we are left with only 3 over here. So h inverse of h of 3 is equal to 3 definitely. Coming to D part, it states gh of minus 1 upon 5, and here we do not need to find the composition gh of x first. We just can do it by finding h of minus 1 upon 5 first, and then we can replace the value of h of minus 1 upon 5 in function g. So first, because function h of x was 1 upon x, so h of minus 1 upon 5 shall become 1 upon x will be replaced with minus 1 upon 5, and because there are two fractions, the denominator shall be reciprocated, so it will become 1 times minus 5 divided by 1, that is definitely minus 5. So that is the value of h of minus 1 upon 5. We can just replace the value of h of minus 1 upon 5 here, which will become g of minus 5, and because the function g of x was, we can see it in the question, it was 2x plus 10. So we can replace the value over here, 2 times x will be replaced with minus 5 plus 10, so it shall become minus 10 plus 10, cancelling each other, we get 0 only. So gh of minus 1 upon 5 equals 0. Now coming to question number 2, where it stated f of x equals x square plus 1, g of x equals x plus 2 divided by 3, and first part we are to find domain and range of the function f of x. The function f of x is a quadratic function with x square plus 1. So the domain of function represented by df shall be the set of all real numbers. Set of real numbers, because we can replace any real number in this function as its input. And coming to the range of the function represented as rf, it shall be starting from here. X square is always greater than equal to 0, and because it is x square plus 1, so it shall be 0 plus 1, so x square plus 1 is always greater equal to 1. So the range of function shall become f of x greater equal to 1, or we can also write it as an interval starting from 1 to positive infinity. And coming to B part, where it said range of f inverse of x, and we have already stated in earlier videos that the domain of function, it equals the range of inverse of that function, and the range of function f will be equal to the domain of its inverse function. Now because it asked for the range of f inverse, it shall be equal to the domain of function f, which was the set of all real numbers. Now coming to C part, where it said work out f of minus 1. So that is not an inverse function. We are to find f of minus 1. So first we will find f of minus 1 and then replace it again in function f. F of x was x square plus 1. So f of minus 1 shall become minus 1 square plus 1. The square of minus 1 is positive 1, and it is added to 1. So f of minus 1 equals 2. So we can replace f of minus 1 with 2. And now f of 2 will become the square of 2 plus 1, which is 4 plus 1, giving us 5. So f of minus 1 equals 5. Coming to next part, D part, it states find gf of 3x and give answer in simplest form. So that is a composition. First we need to find f of 3x, and then we will replace this value in function g. So f of 3x shall become the square of 3x plus 1, which becomes 9x square plus 1. So it will become g of 9x square plus 1. Now because the function g of x was It was x plus 2 divided by 3 equals x plus 2 divided by 3. Here the expression in function g is 9x square plus 1, so it will be the x will be replaced with 9x square plus 1, then there is a plus 2 and divided by 3, so it becomes 9x square plus 3 divided by 3. I can split it into two fractions, keeping 3 as the denominator of both, so it will become 3x square plus 1. So that is the simplest form of the composition g f of 3x. Next, there is an E part, that is an important one, and it stated find m and c if g inverse of x equals mx plus c. So first we need g inverse of x, and then we will equate the g inverse of x with mx plus c. So in order to find the g inverse of x, let us first consider it equal to a new variable. Suppose it is y. So g of x equals y, mean y equals x plus 2 divided by 3. We are to make subject x in this equation. 3 will be moved to the left, it will become 3y, and then plus 2 moved to the left will become minus 2 equals x. So now x is the subject of this formula. It means that equals g inverse of y. G inverse of y equals 3y minus 2. So g inverse of x should be 3x minus 2. Now we can replace the g inverse of x with 3x minus 2 and it equals mx plus c. Because there are two unknowns m and c, so we need to compare the coefficients of x and then constants. The coefficient of x on both sides are 3 and m, so 3 should be equal to m, and constants on both sides are minus 2 and c, and minus 2 shall be equal to, so minus 2 should be equal to c. So here the value of m and c are m equals 3 and c equals minus 2. Such problems confuse many of the students, so this really needs your attention. Coming to the last question, where it stated if f of x equals 5x plus 4, g of x equals 1 upon 2 plus x, where x cannot be minus 2, and h of x equals 1 upon 2 raised to the power x, that is an exponential function. Find f g of 5. That is a simple one, that we need to find g of 5 first, and then we will replace the value of g of 5 in function f. So what will be the value of g of 5? Means we are going to replace x of g of x with 5. So it shall become 1 upon 2 plus 5, and it becomes f of 1 upon 7. Now because the function f of x equals 5x plus 7, so f of 1 upon 7 will become 5 times 1 upon 7 plus 4, and when we add it, it will become 7 in the denominator. Numerator will be 5 times 1 is 5, and then it will be 7 times 4, and it shall become 28 plus 5, which is 33. 33 upon 7, or we can also change it into a mixed fraction, which will be 4 whole 5 upon 7. So that is the value of fg of 5. Coming to b part, that is a composition gg of x. So we need to replace x of g of x with its own expression g of x. So it will become g of 1 upon 2 plus x. Once again replacing x of g of x with whole expression, it will become 1 divided by 2 plus x will be replaced with this input, which is 1 upon 2x. So it will become 2 plus 1 upon 2 plus x. So first we need to add the values in the denominator, and then we can take the reciprocal. So in order to add the values in the denominator, it will become 2 times 2 plus x, then there is a plus 1, and here is the denominator which is 2 plus x. Simplify it first and then we will take the reciprocal. 1 divided by 2 times 2, it's 4 plus 2x plus 1, and the denominator is 2 plus x. Now we can take the reciprocal and it will be 1 multiplied to 1 was the numerator, multiplied to 2 plus x, which was the denominator, and divided by the numerator of this fraction, which will become 5 plus 2x or 2x plus 5. So the composition actually becomes x plus 2 divided by 2x plus 5. So that is the value of g of x plus 2 divided by 2x plus 5. Coming to the C part where it said find the value of x for which g of x is not defined. So a function is not defined if its denominator is 0. So we can find the value where the denominator is 0 by keeping 2x plus 5 equal to 0, and x here will become minus 5 divided by 2. So that is the value of x for which the function will not be defined. Now coming to D part where it said the value of x when h of x equals 8. So replacing h of x with its expression which was 1 upon 2 raised to the power x. So 1 upon 2 raised to the power x shall equal to 8. Now, now using the law of indices, if I take the reciprocal of this fraction 1 upon 2, the power symbol will change. So it will be 2 divided by 1, which is 2 definitely, and it will become 2 raised to the power minus x equals 8. And I can just equate the powers when there are same bases. So I can write 8 as 2 to the power 3, and because there are same bases, I can say that minus x equals 3 or x equals minus 3. So that is the value of x for part D, and this worksheet is complete over here. It contained all the subtopics of the function. There are some questions which are ambiguous. Most of the students find it difficult, so you really need to practice this. I will give its Dropbox link in the description. You can download it and solve it yourself as well. Until next video, take good care of yourself.